She received her BFA, that's a Bachelor's in Fine Arts, at the age of 43 in 2015, and she was able to share her story of pain, of rejection, and ultimately of triumph through art. We have visual artist Nadine Hall here with us this morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
How would you describe your story?
My story is one of triumph, and life doesn't give you more than what you can bear. It's what you do with it. You can either fight or you can lay down and you can die.
Were you always interested in art?
Always. My mom was a dressmaker, and from a child I used to see her take ordinary pieces of fabric. They'll be folded up, and the next day I'll wake up and I'll see a garment, and I was like, wow, that's magic. You know, and I wanted to do that magic like her. I wanted to exemplify her making magic with fabrics and threads. And so I grew up with that, but I come from a line of artisans. Her father was a draftsman. I have an uncle who was he was a graphic artist. Yeah, my father was a carpenter. Yeah. So I was born to create. Yeah. You know, so
what's your specialty? So you went to Edna. What do you specialize? Which area?
I did textiles and fiber arts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna talk about graduation. Yours is, to me, is a Cinderella story. You made your dress for graduation.
Yeah. I didn't have the money to graduate. Finished Edna with the highest GPA. Got the principal's award for most outstanding student. For the entire graduating class, my research paper was the best one, and I got awarded for it. This is love. This is a sort of love. So when I do what I do, it's like just trying to put myself to the next level, because I know what is inside of me to come out.
And it's got to be cathartic as well.
Oh, yeah.
Is that therapy for you?
It is.
What you've gone through.
What I've been through. A lot of people have gone through it and worse. But for each individual, it's not like, oh, I've been through worse. No, the devastation, the impact is so devastating. You have to have the will to survive. And I told myself that I was not going to be a statistic. I refuse to be a statistic.
Okay. So you're clearly going to be a statistic of a different kind, because you're headed to the University of Miami.
Yes.
To do your master's.
On a scholarship.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, the thing up.
I'm going to go to the backstory, Nadine, because if you don't know your history sometimes, you don't know where you're coming from. And then your story this morning is an inspiration to others who have gone through bad things in their lives, challenging times, to know that you can come out a diamond. You can come out on the other side, and you can move forward, and good things can happen in your life. You went through abuse when you were younger at the hands of your dad.
Father and another family member.
Yeah. Once when you were 2?
When I was 2.
Once when you were?
About 6, 8. And then at 10. But the one at 10 was the most devastating, because you are now aware of what is happening. And art was still my way of escape from that time, because I used to do drawings and take the gleaner, Sunday gleaner, and try to do pastiche of the characters in there. And when I did that, I got validation. I was praised. I was like, okay, I can do this. This is beautiful. I'm doing this. No one taught me to do it, so I'm going to own this. And then I went to Excelsior High School. And the art department there was fully funded. The students there, they were mature. They were in their zone. They were doing, and I said, whoa, I want that. And so by the time when I reached the 3rd form, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely doing art. Then I learned to do textiles and fiber art. Leathercraft and screen printing. Okay. I got a distinction for CXC for that. And
so you really loved what you were doing.
Yeah.
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 They say when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Never.
Is that true?
It is true. It is true. It's basically giving yourself an unlimited platform, because you reach a plateau and then you say, okay, what else is there? and you take another step and you do other things. And so it never ends until you breathe your last breath.
How did you cope with what you had gone through? Did you get help, or was the art your therapy?
Art was my therapy. I don't know. My mother, like, she's still my hero, but we had stuff. We had issues because I thought that she didn't protect me. She didn't protect us. And it happened once, and it was not addressed, and it kept on happening. What's worse about it happening was that it was hidden. It was kept under the rug to say, we don't want it to be a shame. That's the poison of it. Because it gets to stay there and lurk, and it strikes again, and it strikes again. So that was what happened, and I dealt with it my own way. I was a recluse. Sometimes I had aggression, you know, but I was determined that I was a good person. I was a good girl. So why did this thing happen? And my quest in life was to vindicate myself, to show people that it wasn't because I was workless. It wasn't because, you know, I was just daydreaming. No.
It wasn't your fault.
I had stuff dealing with. Yeah. Adult stuff dealing with. And I pressed. It was hard. And I just kept on.
How has that inspired your style in your arts, in your textile, in your creations?
It's bold. It's not a lot of fluff. I don't do fluff.
You don't
I don't do fluff. I do truth. And I get to the core. You'll see the work and it will be inspiring, but you have to know the narrative. You can affix your own interpretation.
As we are wont to do with art.
Yeah. You can, but for my narrative it's relatable. It's human relations. It's stuff that we all struggle with. It's stuff that we can help each other with. And so that's the work that I do. It comes out of truth.
So tell me about Miami. When do you embark on this course of study, and what will you be doing?
Well, the scholarship comes with a job. I'm teaching assistantship job, so I'm already employed at University of Miami. Woo-hoo! Yes.
Love that.
So I'm actually the faculty when I get there, and I'll be the teaching job starts on the 14th of August, and the MFA starts on the 19th.
And how long is your course of study?
So it's 3 years. So when it's done, oh my God, I don't forgot coming on a woolly for money for pay me, yeah.
Okay, I feel like that is starting.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
I'm gonna come back to help because my story, it is not unique, but how many of us get a platform to tell it? There are like 5,000 of myself in Tivoli or Jungle or somewhere else where stuff happened to them.
Uptown too, my girl.
Uptown too, but the marginalized are not represented. They don't have a voice. Right. They don't have the money to navigate what is there. So my art and what I plan to do is to get the knowledge, the education, come back and then institute some way to help those children who they need some form of outlet, they need some form of expression to know that they are able to do stuff other than that you're workless and you're ugly and you're Yeah.
So you're going to use it to uplift. Nadine, what a fantastic inspiration you are. Thank you for sharing your story. There's something I was reading the other day that says sometimes we don't share our scars, you know, so that other people can heal from them.
Yeah.
You know, when you hold it to yourself, you don't help anybody else, and we thank you for doing that.
Thank you
come back and visit us.
I will.
Let us know how UM is going. U of M. Visual artist Nadine Hall on a Girl Power Tuesday on Smile. We'll be right back with more.